The AI that you're using right now is already old technology, and the new stuff works completely different. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they all use what's called a pipeline system. External scripts tell them what to do step by step. But OpenAI, DeepSeek, and others have released something completely different. They're called model native systems, and they learn to think on their own. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to explain exactly what changed and which AI systems work in this new way, and what this means for you and your business and how you use AI every day. Think of ChatGPT like a very smart employee who's following the procedure manual. When you ask it something, the system does something like this. It checks to see if it needs to remember something. It decides whether it needs to use a tool. It formats the response in a certain way. It's super powerful, but it's following instructions and not truly thinking through the problem. With model native systems, this works completely differently. Research from October 2025 show that these systems learn to plan, use tools, manage information through training and not through external rules. They learn patterns like, when I see this type of problem, break it down in this way. When I need more information, search here. When the users ask for this, they also probably mean that. And here's the key difference. With pipeline systems, the AI follows the recipe every single time. With model native systems, the AI learns how to cook. It's the difference between someone who needs step-by-step instructions and someone who can adapt and understand the problem right off the bat. So which systems work in this new way? So let's start with OpenAI. O1, the planner. This was the first model that learned to plan through reinforcement learning. No one told it what to do. No one told it to think. It just went step by step and it figured out how to break down the problems that work better. With O3, the tool master, this model learned when to use tools like calculators, search engines, or interpreters. It decides on its own. And now deep research, built on O3. It can work for hours on research tasks without losing context historically. Other companies are doing this too. DeepSeek R1 uses reinforcement learning to reward good reasoning instead of prescribing every step. Moonshot K2 scaled up models on how to use tools, making it better for multi-step processes. And Quinn 2.5 can handle up to 1 million tokens natively without using any external memory systems and holds it consistently. Well, what about ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini? Well, listen, they're still good pipeline-based tools. They're good for everyday use, but they don't work in the same way internally. For certain tasks, model native systems simply perform much better. So what does this shift actually mean for you? First, better performance. These systems maintain what researchers call long horizon consistency, meaning that they don't lose track of what they're doing over hours of work. If you've ever used ChatGPT, you understand that sometimes it forgets things. Everyone knows this problem. But with model native systems, they do this much better. Secondly, they're smarter about when to use tools. You don't have to micromanage each step. The AI decides when it needs to search, calculate, verify, or pull more information in. Third, they can work together at scale. Research has shown that these models can coordinate hundreds or even thousands of AI agents. Imagine an entire AI team working across a project automatically. And here's what this looks like in real life. If you ask an AI to analyze your competitors, find opportunities, and draft a strategy, a pipeline system needs guidance at every single step. With a model native system, it plans the entire approach, researches across sources, analyzes the data, and maintains a consistent strategy for hours. Now, let's talk about the warnings. First, when they're wrong, they can be really wrong. In a financial decision-making test, these models are right about 67% of the time, whereas humans scored around about 80% of the time. They can hallucinate data while sounding very certain. Second, errors can compound. If the AI makes one wrong assumption early in the process, Everything afterwards might be based off that one mistake. Third, the development speed. These systems improve extremely fast, faster than most policies or organizations are prepared for. So what should you actually do? Use these systems with human oversight. They are powerful assistants, but not perfect experts. A research paper said progress should not be measured by how independent AI becomes, but how well it works with humans. If you're using AI for work, try deep research for long, complex tasks. Use ChatGPT or Claude for those quick, everyday tasks. Always verify important outputs, and always keep the human in the loop for these high-stake decisions. If you're a business leader, this technology is moving extremely fast. What's impossible today might be standard in 6 months. Focus on the way you can augment your team, not replace them. Build verification processes into any AI workflow. This is the biggest shift since the transformer architecture. Here's what's coming next. Better reliability testing, multi-agent systems working across the entire business, new frameworks for human and AI collaboration, and cleaner guidelines on when to use which type of AI. And here's the bottom line. AI just became significantly more capable. Model-native systems like O1, O3, Deep Research, DeepSeek R1, Moonshot K2, and Quint represent a fundamental architectural shift. They're better at complex reasoning, long-term projects, and autonomous workflows. But they still need the right human oversight, especially for these high-stake decisions. If you want to stay ahead of developments like this, subscribe. I track the research so you don't have to. And yes, all sources are linked below if you want to dig a little bit deeper. Thanks for watching. See you next time.